Hey, welcome to Cheaper Jeeper TV. You can see behind me here the runway, and that's the setting for the OverlandNTH 2022 Muskoka Rally. Come join us. Ah yes, heading out of the city and into the outdoors. The Muskoka 2022 gathering put on by OverlandNTH promises to be a good time. There's signs that show that we're getting close, like how about a Jeep decked out for overlanding. Hey! Alright! Alright, this is my co-pilot Lenny.
Hi Lenny!
Hi Lenny.
There you go.
First stop is to stop at the prize table to donate some prizes courtesy of Hasika and Easy Flares. Like many other events I've attended, I think I'm there early, but I find many other keeners there first.
Good, thanks.
So this looks like a pretty good spot. I think I'll set up here and look around. So we pulled in yesterday and had a chance to set up and meet all the other people pulling in. Even into the night they were coming in, and it's a full house. Every spot's been taken, they're sold out, and it's an amazing event, and the setting is phenomenal. It's an abandoned runway where all the participants set up their rig down both sides, and over the course of the day you can walk up and down the runway and check out everybody's rig and seeing how they're set up, and there are a few surprises. Let's have a look at some of the rigs and we'll talk to some of the people, and I'm sure that you're going to find some things interesting. Let's have a look. So while walking down the strip, I saw all the different vehicles there, and I was able to group them into categories. For example, there were many vehicles with rooftop tents that seemed very popular. Not just Jeeps, but other vehicles as well. Now here's a classic. If the rooftop isn't your thing, how about a DIY trailer? And if you're not into making your own trailer, there's always good commercial ones out there too. Or how about a roomy hot tent? I'll be interviewing this owner in this episode, so stick around. There were large tents attached to Jeep tents and even small tents. There was something for everyone. There must have been a sale on these orange ones. There were even some SUV campers. Yep, this is a Honda Fit kitted out for overlanding. As well as this, and I'll be interviewing the owner of this Porsche in this video as well, so stick around. Do you think this is as minimal as you could get for overlanding? Well, think again. So let's move from something simple to something a little more complex and start our interviews. Okay, one of the many surprises when you go to an event like this are the different rigs that show up, and you can see in the shot here, this rig is spectacular and very unusual, and it was put together by my friend Dustin here. Dustin, tell us a little bit about your setup.
This is a 1977 truck camper, and I've completely refinished the inside and the outside. I had a welded cage weld up around the whole outside, and then sprayed it with Line-X, and then I built the rooftop deck. for overland experience.
And that deck, it folds flat when you're driving.
Everything folds flat on hinges, so it's about maybe half a foot off the deck itself, all strapped down, and no wind bothers it at all driving down the road.
If some of my viewers want more information or to see more images, is there somewhere online where they could check it out?
On my Instagram, northern.legend, they're able to see all in the works of how it's been designed, and if they wanted a custom one of their own. Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's really interesting. Now, I understand that your work isn't just isolated to the top of this camper. You've done some work inside as well?
Yeah, the inside's all 18th century barnwood. I've completely refinished and redesigned the whole inside, so you'll never see anything like it anywhere else.
So other than the shots that they see in today's video, is there also shots of the interior at your Instagram account?
Yeah, there's shots of the interior on my Instagram as well.
Well, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for showing this.
You're very welcome.
All right.
That's a masterpiece, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, there certainly is no arguing with Dustin on that one. Thank you very much, Dustin. It was a pleasure to meet you, and thank you again for the interview. Now, something else that was there that was not as complex, but certainly very interesting, was this hot tent that we talked about earlier, so I thought I'd interview the owner.
Okay, we're here talking with Riza, and I notice he's got this amazing tent. Riza, how are you?
Oh, thank you. So far, so good.
Excellent.
Thanks
Do you
for
mind
asking.
showing us this tent that you have? It looks really amazing.
Yeah, please, come on in. This is a tent from Cabela's. We can just go in.
Look at that.
We have stackable cots here, and it's at the same time we just make sofa out of it.
Yes, that's like a couch right here.
Yeah, exactly.
And then does it become a stackable cot?
Exactly.
Oh, it becomes what that is right there.
Yeah, just like that one.
That's
because we are
amazing.
4 people. This is a 10 by 10 feet tent with a stove inside, and really comfortable and cozy.
Shot of the stove here. Okay, so there's the stove, and then the heat goes up there, and then that's a material that doesn't burn where the pipe is.
Yeah, that's a silicone thing.
Okay, and you got pockets over there to store things.
All over the tent there are lots of pockets where you can put your beds and things.
Yeah, I'm shooting it from out here to get it all, but it'd be amazing to step inside here. Let me
The only thing I would change with this tent would be the size. This is a 10 by 10. I would prefer 12 by 12, but I couldn't find it when buying.
Oh, but do they come in 12 by 12?
Yeah, and they come in 12 by 12, 12 by 20, 13 by 27.
That's amazing.
Yeah. This is a base camp tent.
This is incredible, especially that you could put a wood burning stove in here. That is so amazing. Is it hard to set up?
One person it takes approximately 25-30 minutes, but with 2 you can do it in 20 maximum.
So 17 kilos is this one?
Yeah, all things included.
And then if you had a canvas tent, do you know how heavy they get?
At least 30.
Wow. Okay.
It's very heavy.
So that's another advantage of this one, is it's lighter than the canvas type.
Absolutely.
And with the wood burning stove, it keeps the heat in okay?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yesterday they just went out because it was too hot.
Yeah.
And my daughter was just like this, getting to the window, fresh air.
So if it was in the winter, it'd still do a good job.
Yeah, of course. Actually, I bought this for winter.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward for the snow.
Yes.
I'll just go and camp there.
Awesome. You're looking forward to snow. We have a lot.
Yeah, I know. Last winter I was here.
Yeah.
And I love winter.
That's incredible. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for visiting us. Pleasure.
The love of overlanding and camping seems to be international, as Riza showed me more of his overlanding gear as well as some of his Turkish hospitality. So to Riza and his family, thank you so much, and it was a pleasure to have met you.
So as I was saying earlier, there are quite a few different types of overland vehicles, and my friend Ted here is going to talk to us about his special overland vehicle. Thanks for the time, Ted.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Thanks, Dino, for the opportunity. So yeah, this is my 1987 Porsche 924. and I picked it as an overlanding vehicle because it's the vehicle I had. And I just took it crownland camping, backwoods camping with me, and gradually I've just been modifying it a little bit at a time to make it better for this purpose.
I was amazed when I saw it for the first time because I never imagined somebody would take a Porsche to go on gravel roads or forestry roads to go overlanding and that sort of thing. Did you have to do anything special to prepare it?
So originally I just started driving it, and I didn't do anything, and I started making small adjustments to the suspension, but within the factory parameters, so it's all factory suspension, and I just adjusted it to maximize my ground clearance. I did a little bit of adjustment to the transmission bushings when they failed. When something breaks, you upgrade it, right?
That's amazing. Did you do anything like skid plates or anything?
I did put a skid plate in, and that's the most recent thing I put in, and that's just giving me a little bit more confidence when I'm hitting the trails.
And you also have a little, I guess, brush bumper at the front?
Yeah, that was an Amazon purchase. That was actually the first off-road mod I did to the car.
First mod,
the
that's
light bar.
amazing.
Yeah, I got it off Amazon. It was an insanely cheap price, and it much better than I expected it to be.
That's awesome. Now, for the viewers out there that want to be able to go somewhere and see more pictures or see where you've been with your vehicle, is there anywhere on social media that they could check it out?
Yeah, I have an Instagram, and it's wild_drive5.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Hey Ted, thank you so much for the interview. I'm so astounded at what you're doing with that Porsche, so make sure you check out his Instagram. It was also great to see some vans there that were kitted out for overlanding and camping, some that have a few luxuries, some with lifts, but also there was this van that some of you may know.
So just like I noticed, there's a lot of rigs. There's a lot of people here at the Muskoka 2022 event, including Chrome, as you can see here from Van City Van Life. I've watched a lot of his videos, so I'm very excited to see him here. Hey Chrome, welcome to the event.
Oh, this event's been awesome.
Yeah, there are a lot of vans, so it makes sense that you would be here too. And I noticed your van is lifted, so you do a lot of the trails?
Yeah, big time. I mean, I spend a majority of my time in the backcountry. It's it's cool because van life, like for me anyway, is starting to cross over between van life and overlanding, right? Like I would consider van life being more like pavement travel, parks kind of stuff like that. And then now that my van's lifted, I'm doing more of the backcountry and off-road stuff. So there's starting to be a bit of a crossover.
That's excellent. Yeah. Have you thought of maybe getting into something that's four-wheel drive, for example?
Maybe one day, but I mean, like I bought this van originally when I first moved into it, like 5 years ago now. Yeah. And it was a two-wheel drive, so it's what I had. It's what I had to work with. So putting a 6-inch lift kit in here and putting a rear, an A or B rear locker in the back. Oh. So now I'm super capable. So it's my 2x4.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm really, really capable with the rear locker. Like we can get into some places that an average two-wheel drive could never.
Right, because you got the clearance and then the locker in the rear. I understand you have a project in the works?
I do. I bought a 4x4 ambulance, which I'm super stoked to get back to after my Big Cross Canada trip this year. The 4x4 ambulance is it's going to be a beast when it's done. Like I'm taking that thing. I'm in no rush for it. It may take a few years, but I'm going all in on that one.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So people can check that out on your channel.
Yeah, Van City Van Life on YouTube. And so like the project. So what we're doing with the project this year is we're doing all the exterior stuff this year. We're going to start with the engine. And then from there we're going to do like everything outside. Fenders, lift, new rims, new tires. And just fully finish it out, paint it. We might do the Linux on the outside too. That way we can drag it through the trees in BC and not worry about those good old pinstriping.
Yeah, excellent. Well, Crone, thanks for participating in the video.
No worries. No problem.
Well, it was a real pleasure to meet Chrome at the event and see all his DIY work on his van suited up for camping and overlanding, and it'll also be interesting to see what he does with his next project. Hey Chrome, thank you very much for the interview. And finally, one of the events that everybody looks forward to is the giving out of prizes. I was fortunate enough to have, on behalf of Hasika, 3 Hasika awnings to donate towards the prizes, and on behalf of Easy Flares, 2 sets of Easy Flares, the 2-inch and the 1-inch model that could be donated as prizes as well.
Giving away a whole bunch of prizes. We got 3 of these to give away, and then 4 Hasika teardrop awnings as well. First one goes to Jonathan Day. Jonathan, congratulations. Amy Finney also wins one. Miguel here. Hey buddy, you just won the Hasika tent too. So amazing. Congratulations. That's gonna go to Laura Barrett. Laura, congratulations. There's another one for Samuel Delisle. Samuel, there you go, buddy. Kramer.
And last but not least, I just want to say a special thank you to Christian Walsh and his team and all the volunteers who helped make for a fantastic gathering. And maybe I'll see you there next time.
Hey, so that's it for this week's episode of Cheaper Jeeper TV. I hope that you found it interesting, and if you did, remember to give the video a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the alert bell so you'll be notified when the next video is released. Until next time, I'm Dino for Cheaper Jeeper TV. Be well, stay safe, take care.